And welcome back to the 2025 Handgun World Shoot in South Africa. We're on day 2. There you see Christian hugging and everybody. He's finished shooting for the day. We looked at them earlier on. With me, sitting here today for the first time with us, is Jacob Hetherington.
Hey, everybody.
Good morning, Jacob. Actually, it's good afternoon. Now, 1:45 in the afternoon. Jacob was shooting this morning. We're going to take a look at production optics for the first time because we haven't had a chance to look at that. And we're going to look at some scores and so forth. We don't have video yet from you guys earlier. We're going to have that later on if we can bring it in. And in the meantime, Jacob, we're watching some cameras.
Yes.
So if we see a stage being shot that you recognize or you've got some comments on, then we'll cut to that. This is actually walking down the middle of the shooting range. Beautiful area. Paved area. You haven't shot there yet, have you?
No, that's my next stages I shoot.
So, Jacob, what do you think of the World Shoot so far?
So far, it's been super fun. I've enjoyed pretty much every moment of it. The stages are fun. It's a lot different than the normal matches I shoot because you're on a shooting team. So the camaraderie on the stages is great.
Who's your team?
Right now, it's me, JJ Rakaza, Jay Beal, and Tom Castro. We're making up the USA Production Optics team.
Yeah, that's of course going to stay. So right now it's definitely going to be, the same team, obviously working all the way through. How are you guys doing from a team point of view?
From a team point of view, the first day we shot okay. I had a penalty. Today we shot better, but we suffered for some penalties. JJ had a little bit of a rough day, but we're going to keep grinding away, and we have a good plan for our next stages.
Awesome. So we were talking a couple of minutes ago. You guys, let's talk about you for a second. Yesterday you had an okay day, but today you really brought it, right?
Yeah, today was much better. Wasn't perfect by any means, but much better stages.
Talked about stage 21. So we're going to show you guys stage 21. If we could just skip over to the tablet. Stage 21, you will walk them through that?
Yes, so this stage you can start anywhere. The mini popper in the back right, it activates the swinger. But the big part about this stage is where you start. If you start in the back left, like the uprange part of the shooting area, you can draw and engage that steel plate very comfortably and straight up, and then continue right around the stage and end back in the left in the front on the last paper. But there's an option to start up where target 1 is by the tires, and that cuts off that movement, and your draw is going to be much quicker. For this stage, my draw was a .85, so that's really quick. The target's like 3 feet, maybe 3.5 feet from you. And then I engaged T5 on the move, T4 on the move. PL1 actually activates the swinger, shot that on the move, and then I shot the swinger on the move. I reloaded and went to that back left corner of the front, and from there I was able to lean and shoot the paper and the last steel around the edge of a wall. And it's a pretty tough lean, and I told myself if I couldn't see it without stepping on top of the fault line, I was going to shoot it from the back, but I was able to see it. So I put my foot inside the fault line, nice help tighten against it, and leaned out and was able to go 1 for 1 on it.
Yeah, that's amazing because on that stage you actually gained quite a bit. You shot that stage as a 5.87 hit factor. The closest to that's a 5.1, and that's of all the Super Squad people shooting, right?
Yes.
So 0.6 of a hit factor, you'll take that.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with how it went, and I just got to thank my mom and dad for making me tall enough to lean out and shoot that.
Yeah, they definitely had something to do with that.
Yep.
Jacob, talk about that 85 draw of yours. So most people at a World Shoot would say that's way too high risk, right? Especially because you shoot minors, so you need alphas.
Right, yeah. I usually tend to do well on stages from raw time over shooting really good points. And I can try and shoot slow, and I usually will still end up with some points down. So my strategy is to shoot at my comfortable pace. And so that .85 draw, it seems a little risky, but with the target that close, most of your natural point of aim ability just shines through, and you can plug A's. Although saying that, I'm pretty sure I shot Alpha Charlie on it, but with the time that I saved, it made up.
We'll drop over to stats here. We can show Jacob's scores for the whole match. You can see we're talking about stage 21, which is this stage here. And you see on that whole stage, you only had 3 Charlies. So
correct.
And there is his 85 draw. So we have it documented.
Yep, we do.
Yep.
It's so cool that nowadays with technologies, the timers can input all of the time data into practice score or whatever scoring system you use.
Yeah, they're using the special Pi timers here at this match, and they seem to be pretty reliable. I've seen a couple of things where they haven't synced to these scores, but for the most part, they're syncing fine. Jacob, talk about your production optics team, where you guys are relative to the rest of the match. And while you're doing that, I'll pull up our scores for that.
Yeah, so currently, the last time I looked, we are potentially in second place behind France. We're shooting okay. I think today we'll probably have moved down a little bit due to the penalties we shot, but we're going to keep holding out and shooting the best we can. Once the scores load, we'll actually know. And
yeah, it's taking a second. I think we had a break in our connection with the scores. So for those of you who haven't heard, we've mentioned this a bunch of times already. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're out here in the dust. My laptop has been playing up, so it's quite possible that it's my laptop that I couldn't get connectivity on.
yeah,
But give me a second, and I will see if I can find that production optics. There we go. Yeah, you see how that just went out there now. Nothing you can do about it, guys. You know, you do the best you can, and I've told everybody that's involved from my production crew all the way through, this is way better than we've ever done before, and we just do what we can, right?
Yeah, from all the other matches I've shot and previous World Shoot, the scoring and all of that stuff is super advanced from where it used to be.
All right, so production guys, let's switch over to the stats, and we can Jay can walk this through here. Jacob can walk this through. So obviously, I believe this is up to date. I think this is up to date live scoring. So just so you know, sometimes online we don't have the exact scores. They update them at certain times. I have access to more up-to-date stuff, but this particular one is actually coming off what you guys can see online, but I believe this was updated over lunchtime, so it's correct. You can see Eric Raffel is in the lead. Yesterday, Eric and his son Robin were exactly the same score.
Yeah, which is great because typically over the last couple matches, Robin has just been getting better and better and better, and it's cool to see by World Shoot he's up there with everyone else.
You think Robin slept last night knowing that?
I'm sure he did. He has a pretty strong mental game, obviously having Eric as a coach. So.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think there's anybody out there that's as strong as Eric mentally, right?
No, I don't think there is.
I had a couple of people ask me yesterday after we sealed the scores, say, do you think this is Eric's last time dominating? I was like, are you kidding? This is day one of 5 days of shooting. I mean, that means nothing. I mean, that guy is capable of coming back 100 points probably at some point. We can see the French production optics team is at 2978. We're at 2898, so about 80 points or so behind.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lead, in my opinion. But we're gonna obviously never give up and keep going. And
right. And you came back yesterday. You were at I had at 13. What were you at yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday I think I was 29 points behind Emil, who is currently leading. So now I'm about 15, 16, 17-ish points. So I made up almost half of my points. Just slowly going to keep trying to peck away and take the lead.
Yep, and that's what it's about, right? You never give up, never quit. Doesn't matter. Day one, it's just day one, right?
Yep, day one was day one. Day two was day two. You never know what's going to happen. We have our equipment and we trust it. We put it through all the sorts of tests, but equipment can let you down, and so you just keep going.
12 points behind Eric. That's what you are right now.
12 points behind. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm just going to try the next time we shoot, which is Thursday, just try and shoot the score and stay super focused. So.
All right, you guys want to switch over to stats one more time? I want to just show some of the things. So this you could actually see online. Not this exact screen, but something close to this. We actually have the ability to do comparisons, but I won't confuse you with this right now. You can see here is JJ down here. JJ's at 913. Tom Castro is at 903, 10 points back. Anybody else you want to mention in here that's shooting? There's Robin.
Yep, Robin's good. In 151, Martin Kamenicek, he's typically not the fastest shooter, but he is extremely accurate and rarely makes any mistakes.
Yeah, I remember that from watching him shoot in Czech Republic.
Yes.
He's an alpha machine.
Yeah, he loves to shoot the A's. He did when he came to Carry Optics Nationals 1 or 2 years ago. So.
And you know, before we let you guys go, we'll actually pull up his score, 745, and you guys can see that. There we are. Okay, if you want to jump over stats, there we go.
Yeah, so it looks like he shot only 1 delta out of 12 stages, and his Charlie count looks relatively good. He's got some full house, like stage 23, all alphas. So he's doing what he usually does, and he's just hitting all the alphas.
Yeah, 23, and that the short course. Well, Jacob, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you having around. Shooting for the AMU team as well, so they get to wear their AMU because they're professional shooters. Jacob, I remember Jacob from when he was a little guy up in Prescott, Arizona. Him and his family are from up there, and your dad has done a lot to help that range, so it's awesome to see you shooting here at the World Shoot.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me on.
Perfect. All right, we're going to run to a short break here, and then after that we'll come back and we'll probably wrap up for the day at that stage.